So it is time to pull my blown engine Lotus Evora into the garage so that we can start taking off the rear clam and pulling the engine out. But first, we have to move a few things around the garage because this is going to be probably a 2-week process. Giving myself some grace because obviously I don't do this full time. First thing, we got to move this Evora out of the garage because this Evora is not blown. Got the keys. I'm pretty much just going to back it up to the other garage right here, and I don't know, I'm just trying to get it out of the way at this point. But I have spent quite a bit of time in this Evora, but I haven't really driven it in a while. So let's see. Oh, hey, I know it's dark in here and you can't see it, but my carbon fiber shift knob that I was missing in my other car is in here. The tint is dark. Like, it is the middle of the day. Granted, it is dark inside of the garage, but like dark even by my standards. Sounds way better than mine. This one down. You can hear, so he's got a valved exhaust on this one, but you can already hear how much healthier this engine sounds than mine. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to shift with my left hand. It's harder than it looks. I'm stupid and put the Tesla directly in my own way. Oh my God. It's not as annoying as a BMW, but it sure feels like it. That's just my seatbelt. Okay. My beautiful carbon fiber shift knob that was snatched from me. Then I unhooked my battery yesterday after I moved the car, so I did not have to deal with the battery dying because I wasn't sure. This Evora was having issues with the window, so I wasn't sure exactly how long it was going to be before I got to move mine into the garage. Luckily, we got it resolved pretty fast. So we're gonna go plug that battery in and get it moved into the garage. And now you can hear side-by-side comparison of how bad my Evora sounds compared to this one. Luckily, we have these quick disconnects on most of our batteries, so you just pop these on and it's super easy. We have all of these on our cars. I'll drop a link down below to the ones that I get off of Amazon. They're like $15, but they're generally all the same. I don't buy anything name brand because it's just a piece. It does whatever it's gonna do. I have one on this car because I have a battery drain. I'd really recommend it to anyone who has a car that, you know, sits for more than a few days at a time. God, there's spider webs in here. Okay. Let's go forward. Oh God, I'm sitting on something sharp. So you guys can hear how bad it sounds. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. Just gonna have to navigate this into. Oh, if I put my e-brake down. Just get this into the garage. There you go, pretty girl. We're gonna get you all fixed up. Now, I have spent, honestly, a lot of time in this Evora before it blew up, before it was mine. We did a cross-country run in it in 42 hours and 31 minutes, which wasn't officially a cannonball because we went from Santa Clarita over to, or back here to Cocoa Beach. There we go. Really excited to get it back up and running. Right here next to it, you'll see this is the engine that's going to be going into it. This is out of a Lexus. So the factory engine for this is a Toyota base 2GRFE. Everything on this engine, besides the fact that cylinder 5 is not getting compression, is good in way of it's got new seals, new gaskets, new spark plugs, new coils. So we're just gonna snatch everything straight out of this one, put it into that one, and theoretically should not be that bad. So the first thing we gotta do over here is take the back wheels off. So we're getting it jacked up. Garage B over there is having a whole rock concert. She a little crusty, dusty.
I don't see
Oof. Nice.
any bolts.
Delicious. There's so much room for activities. I think we are going to be replacing just about every, we're gonna have to replace almost all of these fittings. I said it once and I will say it again. I am not an influencer. I am a cautionary tale. But okay, so here's where we are. We're getting the sail panel off, which was supposed to be five bolts, but it was not 5, it was 4, and they were all varying sizes and questionable condition. Why isn't that coming off?
Well, it is pull slightly.
I almost wonder if it's coming up and then getting stuck again on that second lip.
That's a very good possibility. Like you got to find the sweet spot.
I think that's good. Oh. Okay, well this is what we were getting caught on right here. Next thing we need to do, we've got 3 seized bolts here. We're gonna have to cut these off, and then we'll be able to take the rear bumper off and then continue on with this terrifying journey of rusted bolts. So we got the sail panel off, and I noticed that the paint was chipping here. And after looking at it, that kind of looks like carbon fiber weave. So let's flip it over. And sure enough, this sail panel is actually an aftermarket all carbon fiber sail panel. Fascinating. Can't wait to see what else we find on this car as we take it apart. I live in crippling fear of the Dremel. I do not like this. Nope. Daniel. Nope. Not today, Satan. Thanks, Daniel. I'm not conquering this fear today. Lotus, you're naked. Well, not completely, but the rear bumper is off and it looks kind of weird. Kind of like a frog, little froggy boy. Far out as I'm gonna get this. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad. Delicious. Magically delicious. Oh. That was really anticlimactic. Nothing came out. Not a drop. Not a single drop came out of this reservoir.
Okay.
Okay. I am a firm believer that these are the best thing you can buy for your project car. And if my teeny tiny brain can figure out how to install these, anyone can. The endless rear bumper to take off. Need to get everything here through this bulkhead, so we have to figure out what's going on with this block here and pull everything through the back end there. So we discovered, once I got everything pulled through the bulkhead, that we needed to reattach all of the connections to the battery so that we could open up the fuel door. So now I am undoing all of the connections again. Learn from my mistakes. Open your fuel door before you start taking your Lotus apart. Thank you. Now that we've got everything opened up, we have complete access to pull the engine and all of the accessories out of it. This took us about 4 hours in total from start to finish to pull off the rear end, but it gives us so much access that we won't have to lean over it. So you can see a little bit of corrosion here. Not my problem right now. My problem is getting the supercharger, all the accessories off of this blown engine, getting it onto this engine and getting this in the car. When we're done with that, we'll send this one off to the machine shop and figure out what to do with it from there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button to follow along with the rest of this rebuild. And in the next week, I'm going to unveil my new replacement for the Tesla Model 3, and it's coming with a twin turbo V8.